My daughter lost the ability to walk after an accident, but today something happened that felt like a miracle. A year ago, when our little girl Mia was 3, we couldn't get her to stay still for more than a minute. She loved gymnastics, so every Saturday we'd take her to her toddler tumbling class. I still remember the drive home one evening, her tiny head resting against the window, fast asleep beside her older sister Lily. We were only a few streets away from home when a truck sped through a stop sign and slammed into the passenger side, right where Mia was sitting. My husband and I walked away without a scratch, but she didn't move. I will never forget the moment the paramedics took her out of her seat. We spent 2 days pacing the hospital waiting room while she was in surgery. When the doctors finally came out, they told us she had survived, but her spine had been severely damaged. She was stable, but our 3-year-old would never walk again. I didn't even know how to tell her. Since then, I can count the number of real smiles she's had on one hand. She cried the first time she watched Lily sprint toward the monkey bars while she could only sit and watch. Kids stared at her wheelchair and she'd hide her face behind her little hands. At night, I'd hear my husband Daniel in the garage. I thought he just needed space to process everything, until I realized he'd been building something in secret. Yesterday was Mia's birthday, and when she opened her present, it wasn't a toy or a doll like she expected. It was the project Daniel had been working on for months, a custom-made motorized mini walker cart, designed just for her, with her name printed in bright colors and tiny lights wrapped around the handles. For the first time since the accident, she burst into laughter. She spent the whole afternoon moving around the backyard with Lily, chasing bubbles and spinning in circles. And for a little while, she wasn't the girl in the wheelchair. She just got to be a kid again.